in the interim, I got a part in Song Trilogy.
Oh, well, how did I not remember that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was off Broadway. That was my first job.
Right.
So you couldn't be luckier than the first time you actually get cast in something.
Yeah.
It's this like hit of the time, it's like just in a
Huge.
way takes over this part of New York. Like it was a big deal, that play.
Big deal.
And I had auditioned for 10,000 things and I got a part in the one that was really worked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the lucky part.
Yeah.
Like if I had gotten a TV movie and not been available for Harvey, I would have done that certainly.
Right.
So a junkie, whatever. But so anyway, I got very lucky. And once I got that play, people started to, then auditioning was different. They were like, oh, this is the guy from Torch Song,
Right.
So I had that when I went in to read for Brighton Beach.
Right. Tell us all about Torch Song Trilogy, because it really and the story of it, because I think it was a very important story to be told at that specific time.
Yeah. Well, from my point of view, it, like I said, this was a time when I was really not, I thought I didn't seem to be getting callbacks. Like I was in a cold auditioning period.
Yeah.
And then I got sent these sides of this play, and my agent was like, it's a gay play. That's what he said.
Right.
And, I don't know if this should be your first thing, because, you won't be able to shake that. This is 1980, whatever this was. So
Yeah.
82 and, but I read it and it was so funny. And speaking of Neil Simon, it kind of sounded like Neil Simon too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And, but on its own too. And I just loved, I thought it was such a great part. And then I went to read with Harvey Fierstein, who wrote it and who was playing himself in it. And he sat at one side of the table and I sat across from him, and we held our little books and just read.
Right.
And he was very nice to me. And yeah, that's the voice. So I was,
Yeah.
it always takes a moment to, but he sounded scary, but he was also extremely, he was funny, and he just was relaxing to be around. I found him very easy to be with. And I went out into the waiting room again. I'd come back in and read, and I'd go in the waiting room. And before I knew it, the John Glines, I guess, one of the producers came out and said, we would like to hire you, which never happens. And
Right.
I said, yeah, I do want it. Of course, thank you, And
Right.
then I waited, and Estelle Getty came because they wanted a chemistry read to make sure I fit in with Estelle. And so I did another audition with her, and she always gave me trouble. We became close when we did the play because we shared a dressing room, me and Estelle Getty, believe it or not.
Okay.
But when we auditioned, she gave me some kind of note. She said, make sure you hit this joke, and blah, blah, blah. She gave me some note. And in my 19-year-old self, I said to her, she never let me forget this, and I don't remember it, but I said to her, don't tell me how to do it.
Whoa.
So she was like, this guy tells me, don't tell me how to do it. And I think I said, tell me after. I said, just let me do it.
Okay.
Without you telling me how to do it first.
Right.
That's what I remember. But she was like, you said, don't tell me how to do it. But let's see. And then the play was like 4 hours long at that time.
Oh, really?
It was in a teeny little theater upstairs. Though it was half empty. It was going to close. And then critics came, like the Times, Mel Gusso wrote a very excellent review.
Right.
And then other critics, this is my memory, I hope I have this right, came. And then suddenly it was filling up.
Right.
And we weren't going to close.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were going to extend.
Okay.
And then we were going to move to a bigger theater.
Right.
And then it became this, my friends saying, can you possibly get me a ticket 2 weeks? It was amazing to watch it turn from, please come see my 4-hour play.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm busy, to, I'd give anything if you could get me a ticket. My mother's coming into town, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was the turning point.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it moved to Broadway, and meanwhile I was still auditioning, and happened to Brighton Beach came along.
Yeah.